The hashtag is Modi versus who, because that's the big question. Who will lead the opposition's charge against the Prime Minister and the BJP in the forthcoming elections? But the other question that also comes to mind is, anybody but Rahul Gandhi? Is that the answer? Or is that what the opposition is telling everybody tonight, including the Congress party? Let's debate that. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, national spokesperson of the BJP and political advisor to Rajnath Singh, joins us from Delhi. Good evening. M.R. Venkatesh, chartered accountant and policy analyst, leans towards the government. Dr. Fuad Halim, leader CPIM from Kolkata. Joydeep Mukherjee, advocate Supreme Court, leans towards the Trinamool. Mohammad, Shahid, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joining us from Lucknow. Sudhindra, Bhadoria of the BSP, and Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh of the JDU joining us from Patna. But first, let's go to the BSP and ask Mr. Sudhindra Bhadoria. Had this call, had this invite for a tea party come from the Congress president, would the response have been different?
Well, that is a hypothetical question, number one. Number two, you see, this question of yours, that the opposition unity should be there or should not be there. I think this question is also hypothetical, because this is no time for opposition unity. There is no 2019 elections.
Why can't you give me an hypothetical? Mr. Bhadoria, why don't you give me a hypothetical answer to my hypothetical question?
Can I ask you one?
No, why don't you first give me so-called? No, why don't you give me answers to the so-called hypothetical questions? Would your response? Let's specifically. Would the BSP's response have been different had this invitation come from the Congress president?
You see, we would cross the bridge when the moment comes. At this moment, there is nothing like that. And I want to also answer one more question of opposition unity. Can you tell me, was there any opposition unity between the Trinamool Congress and the left when they fought the elections against each other? Was there any opposition unity in
you unite against the one common opposition. So therefore, everybody in this country, whoever is on the opposition who's not part of the government, will want to attack the Prime Minister first, because they believe targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi will give them results. Now, that seems to be a political formula that's being followed. Let's ask Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, because Mr. Sudhindra Bhadoria is not answering the so-called hypothetical question.
Not at all.
Let me ask you this.
Not at all. We are against demonetization. The manner
I asked you two questions. Mr. Bhadoria. You called both of them hypothetical and you didn't answer them. Let me ask the JDU. Let's quickly move on. Yeah, okay. Mr. Sunil Kumar Singh. Would the response of the JDU have been different had this invitation come from the Congress president?
Anand, JDU stand is very clear from day one. JDU in national interest is supporting demonetization. But on the other hand, the BJP's assumption that when tea party has failed, the opposition is finished, I think it's not proper. That only means one thing.
Why is it, to our viewers and Navika, why is it that we ask a straightforward question?
That was not even the question that was asked. Why are you getting defensive? We are not saying the opposite unity has gone forever. Of course it can come back. After all, the secular communal divide is an evergreen topic for any political party to pick up and try and stitch around an alliance at the time of elections. You've done that against the BJP in 2014, and before that, you can do that again. The question that is being asked as of now, Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, is why are you in a double mind to go across and sit with Rahul Gandhi? Has Rahul Gandhi infused any confidence in you ever since the parliament session? Because, first he did a press conference where he said he had personal information against the Prime Minister. Then he went across and met the Prime Minister without taking other political parties into confidence. Is that the track record of a party that you want as a leading role to build opposition unity?
Navika, first, there is no question of a leading role at the moment. But when you said what about JDU stand? JDU stand is not double-minded. Let me clear it to you. JDU stand is very clear right from day one, is supporting demonetization in the national interest. Where do you find confusion? There is no confusion about it. So, on one hand,
is that why aren't you answering yet again? I think 4 minutes we have spent between the BSP and the JDU, Navika, and they have not asked us answer the straightforward question. Would the response have been different had the invite been from the Congress president?
Anand,
let's
what
ask
do you want to hear?
let's ask the Trinamool and the left who are sitting together out of technological compulsions. It's a very rare sight to see the Trinamool and the left sitting right next to each other. But let's ask Fuad Halim. Fuad Halim, do you believe the response would have been different? Do you believe the response would have been different had the call come from the Congress president and not from the Congress vice president?
Well, it's very clear that individuals making calls to the left of the Communist Party does not elicit a response. What we have categorically said is the demonetization issue has pitted the Prime Minister against the entire nation. The commonest of the commonest and the poorest of the poor are suffering. As far as our party is concerned, we have categorically participated in all opportunities in Parliament to clobber together unity amongst all the parties. We've seen 16 parties coming together
outside Parliament, this Tea Party. Can you answer the question straight up?
Level.
Can you answer the question straight up,
I'm
Dr.
coming to
Halim?
you. I am answering your question
Yes.
in my way, and that's the way I will do it. Now, if the parliamentary cooperation and unity that has been established has to be elevated to the level of the political parties, then there has to be due process and application of mine. All the parties, as they have requested the Congress, that if they are inviting, then they have to place before on the table what is the subject matter, who all will be there.
That's
No.
right.
We will respond to that.
You are
That
not
exercise
willing to take a
has not
chance,
been
Fuad
fulfilled.
Halim. You are not willing to take a chance for a second time with Rahul Gandhi, who
Well, we
first time
do not-
invited you all for a press conference, said we have information about the Prime Minister when he had not taken anybody into confidence. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, do you think once that test balloon has been fired by Rahul Gandhi in Parliament, other political parties are now wary of going along with him unless they know what it is he has in mind, unless he puts the agenda on the table? The left parties are saying they will not go. There's also another conditionality. If all 15 or 16 parties are coming, only then the left parties will come. They will not come in a odd situation where one or two political parties are going. And since Mamata Banerjee seems to be keen to go and join the Tea Party with Rahul Gandhi, the left is not going to be seen there. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, do you think the opposition parties have tied themselves in knots because none of them want to see each other as the leading figure bringing the opposition together?
Navika, there are two aspects of this situation. One is a generic, another is specific. If you go by generic aspect, this shows a paradigm shift in Indian politics, or you can say the change of era in Indian politics. You remember there used to be one time in Indian politics when the politics was Congress versus rest. Now all parties are joining hands against BJP, and even in Uttar Pradesh you are watching that the rival parties are putting allegation on other parties, making BJP a center point. It means the era of BJP versus rest has come. So in my opinion, it was 20th century in which the Congress was at the center of Indian politics. Now in 21st century, BJP has established itself at the center of Indian politics. Now coming to the specifics. As far as this issue of demonetization is concerned, every party who is opposing, they can witness whether the reaction of common masses in media or the reaction of the common masses on ground. Yes, they are saying that they are feeling some problem, but they are firmly with the efforts of Prime Minister.
No.
Whether the various surveys
Sudhanshu Trivedi,
or whether is the election result.
Sudhanshu Trivedi,
So I think they are not able to convince themselves
Let's see
that
if you
this
can
is an
answer this
appropriate
question.
point to
You
attack.
think as the BJP, you would have been worried had this call come from the Congress president, and you are less worried because it came from the Congress vice president? Do you think the response of the opposition would have been different had this call come from somebody else within the Congress party?
In my opinion, the credibility of entire Congress party is at its low.
So you are saying whether it was the president or the vice president, the response would have...
In my opinion, let me complete the sentence. In my opinion, there might be some difference if the president would have given the call, obviously because of the seniority and position and other things. But still, this is an effort more to take control over the Congress party than to take control over opposition. Because when the people and the stalwart leaders within the Congress are not listening to Rahul Gandhi, like Hemanta Biswa Sharma
So then does this Tea Party...
or
That's right.
Khandu
You
of
hit the nail
Arunachal
on the head,
Pradesh,
Sudhanshu
or
Trivedi.
Rita Bahuguna
You
Joshi
hit the
and
nail
Vijay
on the head,
Bahuguna
Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, because this is about getting control of the Congress party rather than getting control of the opposition, because so far Rahul Gandhi has got no successes even within his own party, whether it's the issue of the Sahara diaries or the Birla diaries. The question is, he's being challenged by senior leaders within his own party. Sheila Dikshit has challenged him on that. Let me get in Joydeep Mukherjee, who leans towards the Trinamool Congress. Joydeep Mukherjee, Mamata Banerjee is flown down from Kolkata to Delhi, and she's very much keen to go for this party, even though as of now officially there has been no word. The fact is, should Mamata Banerjee actually give a leg up to Rahul Gandhi, because she's asking for a complete rollback as far as remonetization is concerned? Rahul Gandhi and his party is confused. They criticize the government every single day, but when it comes to the real demonetized decision, they are not opposed to it. They are only talking about the ancillary problems that have come up that they are opposed to. So Joydeep Mukherjee, in such a scenario, is Mamata Banerjee going to find a like-mindedness with Rahul Gandhi? Is that why she's going? Is she going to give credibility to Rahul Gandhi leading an opposition unity?
No. The question is that in the healthy democracy, this is one of the very good sign that every political party is also inviting other political party in the tea or high tea like that, or in lunch or dinner, whatever it may be. But the one thing I just want to clear it. From the day of the starting of when the Honorable Prime Minister has announced regarding the demonetization in the countries, from that day the first persons of this country, the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mrs. Mamata Banerjee, she always protested regarding that issue.
It's not about Joydeep. It's not about the position the Trinamool took. It's about who is the person? Do you think right now, if Mamata Banerjee were to go to the Tea Party tomorrow, she is quasi-perceptually conceding that it is Rahul Gandhi who will emerge the leader of the opposition and not Mamata Banerjee?
No. Question is not that who will be the
that is the question. That is the question. That is the question, Joydeep. That is the question, Joydeep.
Because yes, I am just because the Trinamool Congress, one of the third largest single party in the floor of Parliament. So Mamata Bandyopadhyay is one of the senior most leader of this country, and
exactly.
she is the national leader. So
exactly, because
she is the only person in India that in every time when for the downtrodden people, she is also fighting and she raising her protest voice.
So because other than Mamata Banerjee, Joydeep, I'm asking you this question and with very and with utmost seriousness this, because Mamata Banerjee believes she deserves to be Prime Minister of the country. Nitish Kumar believes he deserves to be Prime Minister of the country. Mayawati believes she should be a leader at the centre. Mulayam Singh believes he's the one who can bring the opposition together. M.R. Venkatesh, today everybody believes they are the ones who will unite the opposition. Even Lalu Prasad thinks that he will be the catalyst, he will be the binder. But does this mean tonight that other than Mamata Banerjee, nobody else is willing to give Rahul Gandhi a chance? Everybody else believes that Rahul Gandhi will have to work with them and he will not be leading them.
Anand, there is a non-Nigerian leader in my state called Mr. Karnanidhi. He also thinks he is the next prime ministerial candidate. So you should never forget him. Now, jokes apart, now on the serious issue, that let us look at it. If this is Rahul Gandhi's Tea Party, I think the opposition leaders, by boycotting it, barring Mamata, are saying that they have no interest in such tea parties because they know it's after all going to be a lollipop party and they are not going to be interested in the man. Two, now the gravitas of building around an opposition unity must come from the lead opposition party, which unfortunately has been bordering on theatrics in such a serious issue like demonetization, without any concrete suggestion, without understanding where the nation nation is rooting for, and the nation is wholeheartedly rooting for the Prime Minister's efforts. They may not be very happy with the outcome. That is entirely a different thing. But they know the Prime Minister is a serious person, and all that he means is good for the country. He is not putting any money on his pocket.
So who amongst the opposition tonight you think has the ability to take on Prime Minister Narendra Modi? If you were to answer this question, which is our hashtag tonight, MR Venkatesh, and I'm asking you because you are leaning to a political party but don't have a political affiliation. So I'm asking you.
They are misjudging the public mood. Please understand, Anand. They are misjudging the public mood.
Who is the one person?
The public mood is solidly in this war against corruption.
But if somebody has to unite the opposition and take on the Prime Minister and this government, who is the one person?
Nobody has the stature.
Are you thinking anybody but Rahul Gandhi, or are you thinking nobody?
Nobody has the cadre.
Are you thinking anybody but Rahul Gandhi? Are you thinking nobody including Rahul Gandhi?
No, Rahul Gandhi is a non-entity, sir. He only has a comic equation in the whole political system. There are far greater political leaders like Mamta, Nitish, Mulayam and Mayawati ji. They are at best regional satraps. Who will vote for Mamta in, say, Orissa or in Assam? Not even in nearby states. So let us forget. So to evolve a national leadership is not going to be so easy in a country like this. They can definitely dominate 20-30 districts in a state. In a state like Tamil Nadu.
But this attempt at tea parties, MR Venkatesh, this attempt to get the opposition together, we see it once every parliament session. There is an attempt to get all the opposition parties united. Doesn't seem to get them anywhere immediately after parliament is over. Which is why, is it the timing of Rahul Gandhi's invite? And that's the question I'd like to ask Mohammad Shahid of the Samajwadi Party. Mohammad Shahid ji, क्या टाइमिंग राहुल गांधी का गलत है कि बिल्कुल अभी पार्लियामेंट सेशन खत्म हुआ, उसके बाद वो एक टी पार्टी करके ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज को यूनाइट करना चाह रहे हैं? ये टाइमिंग गलत है, या आप समझते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं समाजवादी पार्टी जो है अभी पूरी तरह से क्लियर नहीं है कि जाना है कि नहीं कांग्रेस के साथ उत्तर प्रदेश के इलेक्शन में, तो इस वक्त कोई भी पोजीशन लेना जो है वो ठीक नहीं होगा? आप क्या कतरा रहे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ हाथ मिलाने में?
नाविका, फर्स्ट आई टोल्ड यू कि आपको याद होगा जब डीमोनेटाइजेशन का दौर शुरू हुआ 8 नवंबर को, तब आपको याद होगा तब हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष मुलायम सिंह यादव जी ने कहा था कि विपक्ष नोटबंदी के खिलाफ विपक्ष के साथ रहेगा, उसको लीड चाहे वो कोई भी करे, वो एक अलग बात हो गई। आपको याद होगा, आपने जैसे अभी आपका डिबेट का जो इशू का वो है मोदी वर्सेस हु।
हाँ।
मैं मोदी वर्सेस जनता। आपको याद होगा जयप्रकाश नारायण जी ने भी इस देश की सरकार को उखाड़ के फेंका था अकेले दम पर, और पूरे देश में एक अलग जगा दिया था एक किसी इशू पर।
किसने किया था? किसने किया था?
मैंने पढ़ा है।
नहीं, शायद साहब किसने किया था?
किसी और को दे दी।
किसने किया था? आपने किसका नाम लिया?
जयप्रकाश।
हाँ, तो आपने एक व्यक्ति का नाम लिया ना, एक व्यक्ति का नाम लिया जिन्होंने जनता को जोड़ा और जनता का नेतृत्व किया।
जयप्रकाश नारायण जी।
तो कोई एक व्यक्ति थे ना, तो हम तो यही पूछ रहे हैं कि मोदी साहब के खिलाफ कौन वो व्यक्ति होगा जो कि जनता की आवाज, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं, तो वो जनता की आवाज, विपक्ष की आवाज बनकर उभरेगा।
नारायण जी थोड़ा सा सुनना करिए
जी, बोलिए।
वही मैं कह रहा हूं कि जयप्रकाश नारायण जी विपक्ष की आवाज बन के उभरे थे और सत्ता मोरारजी भाई देसाई ने पाई थी। तो इसलिए ये कहना कि राहुल गांधी या कोई गांधी अगर इस तरह के, देखिए आज देश में जनता पूरी तरह से इस सरकार के खिलाफ खड़ी हो गई है। जनता बैलेट पर अपना गुस्से को इजहार करेगी।
तो आप क्या कह रहे हैं? तो आप क्या कह रहे हैं?
जी आप ये तो बताएं, मोहम्मद शाहिद जी आप ये तो बताएं, आप चाय पर जाएंगे या नहीं?
पार्टी को इनवाइट किया है, बींगे
आप चाय पर जाएंगे या नहीं?
प्लीज जरा सवाल अपना दोहराइएगा, कान से
ईयरपीस निकल।
मैंने कहा कि
आप चाय पर जाएंगे या नहीं?
समाजवादी पार्टी को बुलाया है, मैं वही बता रहा हूं, तो उसका फैसला हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी करेंगे कि जाएंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे। I can't say anything regarding
बहुत समय लग रहा है, बहुत समय लग रहा है डिसाइड करने में। सुधींद्र भदौरिया जी, when it takes political parties so long to decide,
परिवर्तन में कभी समय नहीं लगता, ये हमेशा
BSP back? What is it holding the BSP back? Are you waiting and watching whether the Samajwadi Party goes in there or not, and then you will take a decision? Whether the BSP and Samajwadi Party can be together in any opposition unity together or not is a question that you have to decide first. Whether the left and the Trinamool Congress can be together. So is every regional party waiting for their own regional opponents to first take a call before they take a call on whether to align with Rahul Gandhi or not?
I had partially answered this question, but let me reiterate and rephrase this answer. The answer is, this is too early a time for any opposition unity for electoral purposes. Time now is to fight against Modi government on demonetization. At the regional level, we are going alone in Uttar Pradesh elections under the leadership of Bain Mayawati ji. We don't need anybody to fight this election along with us. We will take BJP and the rest.
On remonetization, will you support Rahul Gandhi? On remonetization fight, will you support Rahul Gandhi? Because you did not go with Rahul Gandhi to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Mayawati was upset because Rahul Gandhi went and met the Prime Minister on the farmers' issue without taking her into confidence.
Congress party is not going to lead us for social transformation. We have never considered Congress as a leading party for the social transformation of the ideas of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar and Kashiram, and we never do consider Congress party to take any lead on such matters. We will be only driven by this agenda under the leadership of Bain Mayawati ji, and that is it.
Until the end of the Uttar Pradesh elections, after which we don't know. Should I add that? Should I add that suffix?
There is never going to be a vacuum. There is never going to be a vacuum, Anand. Let me tell you, when time comes, then the answers to
my question, Mr. Bhadoria, sir, you're a senior politician. You're also very close to the powers that be in the BSP. You are one of the most vocal voices of the BSP. Let me ask you this. Do you think you have confidence in Rahul Gandhi as a person who will unite the opposition against this current NDA government? Against Prime Minister Modi? Is this Tea Party a mini referendum against Rahul Gandhi's ability to unite the opposition? Can you answer that question, sir?
Well, let me answer in one line. In Uttar Pradesh, the party which does not know who is going to be their ally. You see, on one hand, they say 27 saal Uttar Pradesh behal, and on the other hand we see 27 saal mein Congress behal out of power. They are now trying to find some allies. See, Congress party, if it was clear in their ideas, then they have already led itself into a mess. They wouldn't have been where they have reached. If they were
you hit the nail on the head, Sudhindra Bhadoria ji. It is the Congress that is shopping for alliance partners. Suddenly they are out of power. They don't know what to do with themselves. They are not even the leader of opposition position has also not been given to them in Lok Sabha. So they find themselves absolutely issueless and importance-less as far as the national narrative is concerned. Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, what happens to the Mahagathbandhan?
That is your observation, not mine. That is your observation, not mine.
It is derived out of your comment.
I'm only interpreting what you said, but if you want to leave the doors open for the Congress for a future date, that's entirely your choice, because in politics, you want to keep all options open. But Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, the question is, Mahagathbandhan was just worked out a little while ago, where you were there, the RJD was there, the Congress party was there, all of you together won the elections of Bihar. You actually got a Mahagathbandhan going against the BJP and you saw the success. Why are you or your political party now shying away from making that Mahagathbandhan at the national level? Do you think Rahul Gandhi is not the face of Mahagathbandhan and he should have actually invited Nitish Kumar to be that face? Is it all about the leadership? Who will be the leader in this opposition united front that you want to make?
Navika, give me 2 minutes. First of all, we go in for a principled politics. On demonetization, we supported the center. But on the other hand, when you talk about the opposition, Let me tell you, we go for a principled stand that all
It's
the
very
secular
principled.
forces should unite.
Dr. Sunil
to
Kumar
fight
Singh,
BJP
very
and all.
principled.
That
The country saw the principled
yeah.
stand.
Yeah.
You not only supported remonetization, you actually went and sat in the protest with Mamta Banerjee, who was demanding a rollback. Sharad Yadav was on stage with her. He was also marching with Mamta Banerjee up to Rashtrapati Bhavan. So we've seen the principled politics that the JDU does. You are supporting remonetization, but at every anti-remonetization forum you are there.
Navika, let me reiterate, there should not be any confusion. We have supported demonetization time and again, number one. And number two, if there is a galaxy of leaders in the opposition, I think that is good for healthy democracy.
No, it is good for healthy democracy, but please answer Navika's question again. Sunil Kumar Singh, at the cost of asking you the same question again.
Yeah, what?
If you are so clear and if you are so principled, how is it that you are supporting remonetization? Then what justifies Sharad Yadav with Mamta Banerjee at Jantar Mantar demanding rollback of this entire exercise? Where is the principle there? It is like you're sitting on the fence and saying one leg here, one leg there.
Anand, again no one leg. And one thing is very clear. Let me reiterate. Nitish Kumar has reiterated, Honorable Nitish Kumar reiterated that we have supported demonetization. What more do you want to hear? Now it is time.
No, but we also want to see why Sharad Yadav has decided. So are you saying that Nitish Kumar and Sharad Yadav have different positions within the JDU itself on this entire remonetization exercise? Why was it that he was sitting there at Jantar Mantar when Mamta Banerjee was demanding a rollback? At least for the Trinamool's credit, from day one they've been just saying rollback. They are to their credit, right or wrong, they are sticking to one position. But the JDU, sir,
Anand,
you know what happens to somebody who tries to sail on two boats? They invariably get wet because they fall in the water.
No, Anand, please don't try to confuse issues. Now, time and again, 100,000.
We are trying to understand how clear is the JDU.
Supported demonetization. JDU is very clear, time and again, that JDU has supported demonetization as a national interest. That is there. There is no doubt about
Trivedi,
it.
are you convinced?
You want to pick up some issue and trying to hear something else?
Trivedi, are you convinced with the JDU stand? Is it actually backing your remonetization decision? Because every other day, Sharad Yadav is actually sitting with the opposition parties in dharnas.
Actually, the problem is, as I have already told you, the problem is within the opposition parties and within their own parties. There are so many differences. There are so many problems within. They are unable to decide that whether they should go along, and at the next moment they said, no, we cannot go along. We are having some differences. You remember a famous phrase of around 20-30 years back, which appropriately fits on present day situation of different opposition parties fighting, then joining, then fighting, कि तुम्ही से मोहब्बत, तुम्ही से लड़ाई, अरे मार डाला, दुहाई है दुहाई. Now coming to the exact technical aspect, any coalition, any alliance can only sustain if there is one center of gravity, which can behold the entire alliance or can work as a sheet anchor. For example, in BJP, there are certain states where we do not get seats like Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Still, there is a strong worker base. Even our party rallies draw huge crowds, whether it was Modi ji's rallies or previously Atal ji's rallies. In Bengal, we are having 10 to 12% of vote. In this situation, Congress could have made a role or could have played a base role for this. But unfortunately, the Congress has become a totally rejected figure all over the country. And for the unfortunately for the opposition, the leader of the Congress party, at present de facto leader Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is not being taken seriously. Rather than he is being ridiculed by the people. So in my opinion, there doesn't seem any center of gravity. There doesn't seem any.
So what is the Tea Party tomorrow, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi? The referendum, a mini referendum whether Rahul Gandhi is fit to lead the opposition, or a mini referendum whether Rahul Gandhi is fit to lead the Congress party. What is the Tea Party tomorrow then for you?
मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ. You remember? April 1999, there was a Tea Party called by then Congress President Sonia Gandhi ji, in which late Jai Jayalalalitha joined, and unfortunately Vajpayee government fell by one vote.
But what happened? It costed Atal Bihari
Navika,
Vajpayee's government.
prior to Tea Party, we were having 8 or 9 parties, and after that we sustained in power with 24 parties. So finally the Tea Party proved to be detrimental on the part of opposition. So we are totally confident that the people are with us, and finally these type of gimmicks which Rahul Gandhi is consistently doing, I don't think that the serious leaders of the opposition party are having any faith in the leader who are saying Aloo ki factory, Khoon ki kheti, personal attack, and personally terrified.
So Sunil Kumar Singh, your former partners in Bihar are giving you an advice, solicited or unsolicited. They are saying, look beyond Rahul Gandhi to lead the opposition. Why is the JDU not coming out and saying that we are the ones who want to do it? Why is it that nobody else is making the effort to try and bring the opposition together and say, Rahul Gandhi, work with us. You can't lead us. You can work with us, but you can't lead us. That's a hint.
Anand,
see, that's a, you would agree that like the JDU, like the NCP, like the Samajwadi Party, every regional party feels that they are stronger in their region than the Congress party nationally today. That's the reason why the Congress came and allied with you and the RJD.
One Tea Party doesn't make anybody PM.
Okay.
One Tea Party doesn't make
Fuad
anybody PM. So it's being too presumptuous right
Fuad
now
Halim,
that this Tea Party will lead to somebody making a PM. Look, I don't
Fuad
agree with Mr.
there is another way of looking at this Tea Party tomorrow. The other way of looking at this Tea Party tomorrow, Fuad Halim, is that on opposition to demonetization, there is no unity, which means Prime Minister Narendra Modi has won hands down that his policy of demonetization has been unable to unite the opposition, which means people are not convinced that they want to stand up united against Prime Minister Narendra Modi's demonetization drive. So Rahul Gandhi has failed to get a single plank against demonetization and get all the parties on that. Fuad Halim, isn't that the way of looking at it?
Well, another way of looking at what your hashtag says, Modi versus who, and if we look at the actually who Modi is attacking over here, if he's attacking the people, then we from the left, we are definitely thinking not in terms of just political unity among the political parties, but also creating unity amongst the people. For example, in Kerala on the 29th, we are organizing a huge what you call human change, which will be constituted by lakhs and lakhs of people who have been directly affected by demonetization. So that what you call unity of the people has to move up. We've seen a great deal of unity on the floor of parliament. We've seen 16 parties come together. We've seen the SP and the BSP just before the UP election coming together on the question of demonetization on the floor of parliament.
Yes, on Akrosh Divas we saw a lot of parties coming together, but Joydeep Mukherjee, Akrosh Divas was in the parliament session where the sentiment was completely different.
Party as just what you call as an issue where everything is going to deconstruct itself. The demonetization movement is going to build up. It's going to move ahead. We need to take lessons from this thing.
You don't trust Rahul Gandhi.
Will bring everybody on the same page. It needs to be constructed politically. I mean, you have to think it out concretely.
No, but there is nothing.
Joydeep Mukherjee on Akrosh Divas, when the parliament was still in session, we saw all political parties coming together, participating and raising their voice against demonetization. That seems to be completely absent in tomorrow's Tea Party that has been called by Rahul Gandhi. So, was this opposition unity only for show during the parliament session? Has it disintegrated now?
No. Question is that in the floor of parliament, the strategy of the political party, it is different. And who will join, who is the party who will join in the high tea or in the elsewhere. So it is a separate question. It is a totally, actually in the healthy democracy, all political party, every political party can join in another political party's high tea. So Rahul Gandhi is not
Joydeep, you know the agenda for tomorrow?
Rahul Gandhi is,
Are you aware of the agenda for tomorrow?
Rahul Gandhi is not a factor. please, sir. Rahul Gandhi is not a factor. He is the vice president of the one national party who is holding the post of the leader of the main opposition party in the floor of parliament. So therefore, if Rahul Gandhi invites another political party leaders to join in the...
But you are aware of the agenda, Joydeep, you are aware of the agenda for tomorrow. The agenda is what to do on the 30th of December, what to do after 50 days, how to counter the government on remonetization. But you see that now my question to you, sir, do you think the Trinamool is making a mistake by going there tomorrow? Because you are the only party who has stuck rock solid on your demand of rollback. And you have claimed multiple rollbacks by this government at various points in time. Now, Derek O'Brien was here who said that we've got multiple rollbacks at various points on this aspect. My question to you, Joydeep, is Rahul Gandhi has never spoken about rollback. Congress has talked about scam. Congress has talked about pains of the poor. Congress has never said rollback remonetization. So, is the Congress going to agree to you?
Congress is a separate party.
No, but if he says the opposition has to unite on 30th, what is our strategy? So, what will be your strategy? Will you listen to the Congress or will you expect the Congress to listen to the Trinamool?
No, that will be decided tomorrow. So, but the question is that...
So, out of 16, if 10 are not going to turn up, should the Trinamool go?
Mamata Bandyopadhyay, she is the only leader in this country that is from the first day of the
So that's the reason why I'm asking you. That's the reason why I'm asking you. Should Mamata Banerjee go there tomorrow when the rest are not going? The rest who had a similar platform to the Congress are not going, and the Trinamool had a totally different platform compared to most of the other opposition parties, is actually trying to sweeten the tea party.
Is also she is a competent leader to lead this country. She is a competent leader to lead this country.
So who should be calling for the meeting then?
So therefore,
who should be calling for the meeting then? Or is it because Mamata Banerjee tried and failed, so she is hoping that Rahul Gandhi will succeed? She went to Jantar Mantar, she went to Delhi, she tried to get everybody together, they didn't come. Then she had to go back to Bengal. Now she is back in Delhi.
Mamata Bandyopadhyay, why? Because she is a national leader. She has right to visit the Delhi. She has right to talk with the other political parties.
But are you? Because you're getting the drift of what I'm asking you, but you're not wanting to answer it.
Joydeep Mukherjee, the question everybody will ask is Mamata Banerjee. Simple, straight question: is Mamata Banerjee going to play second fiddle to Rahul Gandhi? Will Rahul Gandhi be the leader and Mamata ji be the follower, or will it be the other way around?
No, Mamata Banerjee, because she is the leader. Because you have to return back in the 1997. Mamata Bandyopadhyay, she is the only leader that she has been successfully.
But she is running around looking for support. MR Venkatesh, is Mamata Banerjee seeming as confident as Joydeep Mukherjee is wanting her to be? Let me ask you the simple question, MR Venkatesh. What are the stakes of the Congress party? How have they fared in recent times? When they fought elections in West Bengal as well as with the left parties and in Tamil Nadu with the DMK, both the DMK and the left suffered, their own tally came down. When it came to fighting alone in Delhi, Assam, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana, the Congress was completely beaten up. It's only one state where the Mahagathbandhan worked, and there also the Congress is the junior most partner in the Bihar elections, where it was junior to both the RJD, the JDU and coming on number 4. MR Venkatesh, in such a scenario, do you think the other opposition parties are not lining up for the Tea Party invited by Rahul Gandhi? Is because they don't see any potential of any victory with Rahul Gandhi as the fulcrum of an opposition front?
Navika, I think if I heard the TMC representative right, I think he says that Mamta is a national leader. But if a national leader rushes to play second fiddle to a losing power, I can understand. She's on the ascendancy. She has won elections after elections. She has done something spectacular. But if she is going to surrender all at the altar of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who is a declining power, it makes no sense. Now please understand what Mr. Trivedi said, that the center of gravity must be so strong that it must be attracting parties from various parts of the country to form a Mahagathbandhan. You can have the sun as the center of the solar system. You can't have Pluto as the center of solar system. That is laughable. If Mamta is going to do this, I think something is critically wrong with her political analysis of the whole thing. And Mr. Fuad Halim is sitting next to the TMC representative. He will bear me out that it is not an easy thing that she has displaced somebody like my left in 30 years, and now having done that, she is going to surrender all her gains to somebody. And since Mr. Trivedi has forgotten his share of शायरी, let me say this, दूर से जब देखा कुछ दिखाई नहीं दिया, मैं राहुल गांधी की काबिलियत के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं, दूर से जब देखा कुछ दिखाई नहीं दिया, पास आकर देखा तो कुछ कमबख्त था ही नहीं. This is what is going to happen to Mamta if at all she goes to the tea party tomorrow.
Well, M.R. Venkatesh at his effort at poetry and Hindi and a little bit of jumlebazi, it's quite admirable. But the real aspect tonight to all our viewers, as we are trying to say, the hashtag is Modi versus who. And there's a reason why we asked this. We tried to ask all the opposition parties, do they have confidence in Rahul Gandhi? They didn't answer the question. We asked, would their response have been different had it been the Congress president who had invited them to the Tea Party? And the tepid response was maybe. Really, honestly, it would have been. More of them would have attended the Tea Party. Thirdly, we asked them, do they think that their respective individual leader is taller than Rahul Gandhi today? And most of them, directly, they haven't answered that question, indirectly believe that their leader is a taller leader. So if bulk of the opposition believes that they have the ability to lead and unite the opposition more than the Congress vice president, then this Tea Party is like a mini referendum. And it is not Rahul Gandhi who will unite the opposition. So the question remains, Modi versus who, Sudhanshu Trivedi?
No, not at all.
And who said no, not at all?
Actually,
no.
If you look at
I think Mohammad Shahid said no, not at all.
मोहम्मद शाहिद आप क्या कह रहे हैं कि क्या राहुल गांधी मुलायम जी को बुलाएंगे तो मुलायम जी जाएंगे क्या? अखिलेश जी जाएंगे क्या? आप तो उत्तर प्रदेश में गठबंधन करने की सोच रहे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ, फिर भी आप जाने को तैयार नहीं है टी पार्टी पे. क्या टी पार्टी डिटरमिन करेगी कि राहुल गांधी लीडर है ऑपोजिशन का, या और भी रीजनल लीडर्स हैं, मायावती हैं, अखिलेश यादव हैं, ममता बनर्जी हैं, नीतीश कुमार हैं, सीताराम येचुरी हैं, कौन होगा इस ऑपोजिशन फ्रंट का लीडर?
सवाल इससे बड़ा है. अगर डिमोनेटाइजेशन पर लोग इकट्ठा होते हैं, लोग अपनी कन्वर्सेशन करते हैं, दैट्स ए गुड फॉर इंडिया. दैट्स ए गुड फॉर इंडिया.
बिल्कुल.
मैं आई एम टॉकिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि मैं थोड़ा सा 2 मिनट चाहूंगा. नाविका 2 मिनट चाहूंगा, 2 मिनट चाहूंगा, मुश्किल से 2 मिनट
जी.
मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछना चाहता हूं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी से, आज तक 26 दिसंबर तक 14 लाख या जितने हज़ार करोड़ जो बताया गया था देश में रुपया है वो आ गया है. अब ये देश की जनता पूछना चाहती कि कालाधन कहाँ है, कालाधन कहाँ है ना. एक दूसरा सवाल ये है कि कल आप देखिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बॉम्बे में स्टॉक वो शेयर ब्रोकर्स पे टैक्स लगाने की बात करी थी, शेयर्स पे लगाने की बात करी, और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर आज देश में कहते हैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कि प्रधानमंत्री के बयान को ट्विस्ट किया गया. कितने अफसोस की बात है जब प्रधानमंत्री के बयान को आप मीडिया के ऊपर तोहमत गढ़ रहे हैं कि उनके बयान को तोड़ मरोड़ के पेश किया गया कि कैसे किसको सच माना जाए. देश ये भी जानना चाहता है.
आपका क्या
देश में आप क्या चाह रहे हैं मोहम्मद शाहिद जी, इसका मोदी वर्सेस हु में क्या, व्हाट इज द कनेक्शन इन मोदी वर्सेस हु? द क्वेश्चन दैट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इज
मोदी वर्सेस
कौन सा लीडर उभर कर आएगा जो ऑपोजिशन का फ्रंट लीड करेगा मोदी जी के खिलाफ?
नहीं, वो बहुत बड़ा सवाल नहीं है. वो मैंने आपको पहले भी
बड़ा सवाल है, और आपके लिए तो उससे बड़ा सवाल है कि जिस पार्टी को 224 सीटें मिली थी 2012 में, वो चुनाव से पहले कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ गठबंधन करने की सोच रहा है. तो आपने तो उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनाव से पहले हार मान ली है. तो अब आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि सेंटर में और ऑपोजिशन को यूनाइट करने वाले समाजवादी पार्टी से होंगे?
सवाल हो सकता है।
आप तो वैसे ही हार गए। आप तो बाजी से पहले हार गए।
काल्पनिक सवाल हो सकता है।
काल्पनिक सवाल कैसा है? सही बात है कि आप ही के मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा कि हमें तो बहुमत मिलेगा, लेकिन कांग्रेस से गठबंधन होगा तो शायद 300 सीटों तक मिल जाएंगी। यही तो कहा,
उसी को कह रहा हूं।
यही तो कहा, पर उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि हमें 2012 में 224 सीटें मिली थी, तो इस बार तो हमारे खुद के बल पर, अपने दम पर 300 सीटें मिल जाएंगी। ये तो नहीं कह रहे अखिलेश जी, वो कह रहे हमें कांग्रेस का सहारा चाहिए। तो वो तो पहले ही अधीन हो गए कांग्रेस पार्टी के।
नहीं, 2014 के बाद इस देश में जिस तरह से कट्टरवादी ताकतों ने सर उठाया,
अब देखिए, अब इन्होंने रिकॉर्ड ही घुमा दिया। जब मैंने सवाल आपको कठिन लगे तो आपने जवाब उल्टे देने शुरू कर दिए। सुधांशु जी,
शाहिद जी, मैंने डिबेट के शुरू में ही कह दिया था कि सेक्युलर वर्सेस कम्युनल डिवाइड तो आप कभी भी रेसरेक्ट कर सकते हैं, और कोई मुद्दा मिले ना मिले। डॉक्टर सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, isn't this predictable? Every time the opposition finds it difficult to find one common theme to come together on, they find the theme of communal versus secular. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, isn't this the predictable line of opposition every single election?
काला धन कहां है? हजारों करोड़ रुपए अभी तक पकड़े गए काले धन के, वो उनको नजर नहीं आ रहा, जो पूरे देश ने टीवी पे देखा। उसके बाद वो पूछ रहे हैं काला धन कहां है। दूसरा, अभी जो उनके मुंह से निकल गया,
कुछ बता तो चले।
सांप्रदायिकता, सेक्युलरिज्म, देखिए ये बड़ा ही एज ओल्ड नुस्खा हो गया बीजेपी के खिलाफ यूज करने का। अरे मोहम्मद शाहिद साहब, जब ये सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ, ये सेकुलर वर्सेस कम्युनल वाला इशू, तो बाकी क्या सक्सेसफुल होगा आप समझ सकते हैं। यू आर अनेबल टू डिफाइन योर ऑब्जेक्टिव, यू आर अनेबल टू डिफाइन योर एम, यू आर अनेबल टू डिफाइन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। एंड एज फार एज अपोजिंग इज कंसर्न, इन द इंटायर पॉलिटिकल हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया, द मोस्ट टारगेटेड पार्टी वाज बीजेपी एंड जनता। मोस्ट टारगेटेड
polarization. See, I'll tell you what.
13 years.
To all our viewers and to our panelists, if like Mohammad Shahid, the discourse boils down to secular versus communal ahead of the polls, that means the opposition has lost the remonetization fight. That is very, very evident. If the discourse, the political narrative boils down to polarization and again to secular versus communal, that means the opposition has lost the remonetization fight. And tonight, as we wind up debate number one on the Newshour tonight, the hashtag Modi versus who, the answer has not been taken. There is no answer yet.